What's up, y'all? It's Jennifer. Welcome to this week's What's for Dinner video, where I share with you what I put on the table to feed my family this past week. First, I would like to say, if this is your first time stopping by, welcome, and I am so happy you're here. Please consider joining the family by hitting that subscribe button below. I post grocery hauls, meal plans, cook with me, and dinner videos on my channels every week to give you some ideas and inspiration on what to feed your family. Well, let's get on into this, shall we? Tonight's dinner is baked salmon, sweet potato, and grilled asparagus. The ingredients you see here are going to be used to make a marinade that I'll be sharing with you here in just a minute. First, I'm going to go ahead and get my sweet potatoes going in the Instant Pot since they do take the longest. I did cook them on for 15 minutes with a 10-minute natural release. Alright, next I'm going to go ahead and mix up the salmon marinade. Some of our friends shared this recipe with us and we just love it. All the flavors just go so well together, and then there's honey. Everything tastes better with honey. So for the marinade, you will need 2 tablespoons of olive oil, salt and pepper, 4 cloves of garlic, 1/4 cup of low sodium soy sauce. I'll usually use the low sodium, you know, because we're adding salt. Alright, and now I'm going to add in 3 tablespoons of honey, and I'm just going to eyeball that. 2 teaspoons of corn starch. And the recipe called for you to top the salmon with lemon slices and lemon thyme, but I cannot find lemon thyme anywhere. I have been searching for the plant everywhere, and I just want to plant it in my garden and I can't find one. So I'm just adding 1 teaspoon of ground thyme here, and also I didn't have any parsley on hand, so I'm going to add basil instead. Alright, so after I mix the marinade all together, I'm going to go ahead and put the salmon in a 9x13 pan here, and I'm going to cover it with the marinade, and then I will top each piece with a slice of lemon. Then I'm going to cover it with some tin foil, y'all, and I'm going to throw it in the oven for about 20 minutes on 400. You know, I used to not be a big fan of salmon because I thought it had a strong fishy taste, but after trying this recipe, I love it. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and prep the asparagus for Jeff to put on the grill. This is our favorite way to fix asparagus. How do y'all fix asparagus? Do you like it grilled, baked, what? Let me know down below. Just curious. So now I'm going to go ahead and put them in a Ziploc bag here with some olive oil, maybe like, I don't know, a tablespoon, garlic powder, salt and pepper, and then get them coated really well. And I forgot to get any footage of Jeff grilling these, so my apologies, you guys. Alright, the salmon is done, and boy, was it delicious. I could not wait to dig in. Alright, here's my plate. It only stayed that way for a minute. I cleaned my plate that night, you guys. Look at those grill marks on that asparagus. Alright, it's Sunday and Daddy is at work, so tonight's dinner is going to be super simple and quick. It's just me and the boys, so I'm going to call these pizza bombs. So what you'll need is crescent rolls, mozzarella cheese, pizza sauce, pepperoni, and I brushed the tops with some melted butter and also sprinkled them with some garlic powder and Italian seasoning, and you will also need your muffin tin. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and unroll the crescents and lay them across the holes of the muffin tin, and that gets them ready to be all stuffed. Next, we'll go ahead and add some pizza sauce. Add however much you like. I just did a couple of spoonsful. Alright, next I'm going to go ahead and add some cheese. I use mozzarella, but you can use whatever kind you like. And next I'm gonna go ahead and add in some mini pepperonis, and then I'll fold all the ends together and make little pockets or bombs or whatever you want to call them. I should probably be careful saying bombs, but you know. All right, so next I just melted some butter and brushed that on the tops, and then I sprinkled it with some garlic powder and Italian seasoning, and then I baked these in my oven on 350 for about 8 minutes. All right, they are all done, easy enough. I serve these with some fresh broccoli and ranch for dipping and some delicious strawberries. As always, Harrison licked it and just drank his ranch, and Hayden cleaned his plate. But don't tell anyone, but I ate like 4 that night, I think. They were so good. All right, for Monday night, we had breakfast on the meal plan, and sausage and gravy was the choice when the options were given to the guys. This is the way my mom used to always make sausage gravy, and we love this recipe. So while I'm browning up the sausage, I'll go ahead and tell you the ingredients you'll need. I will also leave the recipe in the description box below for you. So you will need 1 pound of sausage, about 1/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour, 4 cups of milk, and some biscuits. You decide if you want to do homemade or what. I'm just throwing in some frozen biscuits. So after the sausage is brown, don't drain any of the grease off. You'll need it to make the gravy. On medium heat, you want to begin slowly adding your flour in a little at a time and stir it, you know, so that the flour starts to disappear into the sausage there. All right, so after all the flour is added, allow it to cook for about a minute more or so. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in my 4 cups of milk, and I'm going to go ahead and stir that constantly. And you can also go ahead and lower the heat down to like a medium low. All right, and continue to stir frequently. You'll notice it'll start thickening up and get sort of bubbly, and we're almost done. I also, at the end, I added some salt and pepper. Look at that, guys. Oh my goodness. All right, so now my biscuits are done. One day I'm gonna learn how to make homemade biscuits, but personally we love these and there's no mess involved. And so usually I go ahead and break up the biscuits into like bite-sized pizzas, but I didn't want y'all to think I was serving my family dog food, so I'm doing it the proper way here. Look at that, guys. This ain't no Hardee's gravy. I ain't knocking Hardee's, but it sure ain't homemade. All right, there it is. I promise you'll love this. Do y'all like sausage gravy? If you do, how do you make yours? Is it similar? Let me know down below in the comments. All right, tonight's dinner is a white chicken enchiladas. This is a recipe I found on food.com, so I will leave the link for you below. You'll need 10 soft taco size flour tortillas. I should have gotten the smaller ones, but I'm using the 10-inch tortillas, so I only need 8 of them. You'll need 2 cups of shredded Monterey Jack cheese, 3 tablespoons of butter, 3 tablespoons of flour, 2 cups of chicken broth, 1 cup of sour cream, and 1 can of diced green chilies. All right, so first I'm going to go ahead and cook my chicken. So I have chosen to do that in the Instant Pot with some chicken broth. But first I want to share with you this neat can opener that was sent to me by Kitchen Mama. I have never been so happy to get rid of my cheap Walmart can opener. This one's made me say some crazy things during its stay here. So goodbye. Honey, the trash is full. Y'all, this can opener is automatic. It does the work for me. It grabs onto the can like my husband does a baby back rib, and it don't let go until my can is open, or well, until I hit the button on top. So this is my first time trying it out, and I was really impressed with how easy it was to use. All right, so the front has a red start and stop button, and then on the back there, you'll see that there's a blade. Obviously, this can opener runs on 4 AA batteries, which is awesome because you can take it anywhere and use it if the power is out, because you know the kids won't stop hollering if they're hungry. Anyway, so you just place it right on top and press that red button and let it do its thing. So they did give me a coupon code for you guys because y'all know y'all want one. I don't make a commission if you decide to purchase one, so I will leave their website and a coupon code in my description below for you guys to use. Look at that there. There were no bad words said in my kitchen this night. And the best part, there are no sharp edges left on the can. So thank you, Kitchen Mama, for sending me this awesome can opener. All right, so now I'm going to add 1 cup of chicken broth to my frozen chicken breast that I have already placed in my Instant Pot. And then I'm going to set it for 15 minutes with a 10-minute natural release. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and grease my 9x13 dish here with some butter and then play with Mr. Harrison for just a minute. Okay, the chicken is done and I have shredded it up with my KitchenAid mixer and then added in 1 cup of the Monterey Jack cheese. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add the shredded chicken to the tortillas and roll them up and place them in my 9x13 dish. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and make the white sauce that you pour over the tortillas. I'll start by melting 3 tablespoons of butter, and then next I'm going to add in 3 tablespoons of flour, and I'll cook it for about a minute or so while I whisk it. And next I'm going to add in my 2 cups of chicken broth. I just used the rest of the can that I opened and then what was used to cook my chicken, so no waste. Then I'll whisk it on medium heat until it becomes thick and bubbly. All right, now I'm adding 1 cup of sour cream and the diced green chilies, and we just want these 2 ingredients to warm. We don't want to burn them, so I just turned my burner off and stirred them really well until they were incorporated. All right, now I'm going to take that sauce that I made and pour it directly over the chicken tortillas. Then I'm going to top it with the rest of that Monterey Jack cheese that I had earlier, and I'm going to let it cook in the oven on 350 degrees for 22 minutes. All right, and for a side tonight, I am making this yummy Spanish rice. And I did go ahead and turn my broiler on for about 2 to 3 minutes to brown the top, and it came out perfect. This is one of Jess's favorite meals. That white sauce is so delicious. Also, we snuck down to our local Mexican restaurant for some chips and salsa to go with our meal. Hey, we're just trying to be authentic. What can I say? You guys, if you don't try anything else from this video, you have to try this hash brown beef casserole. I make hash brown casserole a lot, but I just decided to turn it from a side dish to a main dish, and it was a hit here. So you will need 1 bag of frozen shredded hash browns, 1 stick of butter melted, 1 can of cream of chicken soup, 1 container of sour cream, and I'm subbing sour cream for the heavy whipping cream because when I got my sour cream and opened it up, it was rotten. Not sure what happened. I had just bought it. Anyways, you will also need 1 pound of ground beef, and I usually crumble Lay's potato chips on top, but Denise, one of my subscribers, suggested topping with French fried onions, and let me tell you guys, oh my God, it's a game changer. Thank you, Denise, for that idea. There's my little minion helping me. Y'all make sure you go follow us over on Instagram to see what all this little one gets into. He keeps me on my toes, and it just makes me laugh. Mostly to keep from crying, but anyway, Hayden, my 8-year-old, was so calm compared to him. Goodness gracious. All right, so now I'm going to combine my melted butter, heavy whipping cream, should be sour cream, cream of chicken soup, and the cheese before adding the hamburger and the potatoes. All right, and then once I get this all mixed up, I'm gonna be adding it to my 9x13 dish here, and I'll spread it out really good and then bake it on 350 for 45 minutes. All right, so when the timer went off, I went ahead and pulled it out and I added the French fried onions at the end there and then put it back in the oven for 5 more minutes. All right, you guys, like I said, this was our favorite meal of the week. It was so filling. All right, so anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this week for this What's for Dinner. I hope you have found some inspiration here to cook something delicious for your family this week. If you enjoyed my video, show me some love below. Don't forget to subscribe to see more videos like this. And until next week, keep them fed.